Shalom, shalom. First, I'm going to start off by giving all praises to our Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh, in the name of His Son, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, all right, who gave us a way out of this situation that we're in, all right. But, you know, I was watching this brother's video, and it's a pretty good video. What's it called? 1,000 Pastors in Israel Proves Jeremiah 23:5. You know, these are not the people, man. All right, but guess what? E is coming for us when he's doing this recertification of his tiny top shit. All right, certain words he's not letting us use, calling it hate speech. All right, anti-esses. You know, so you got to pull teeth, and you know sometimes hey, you really barely know which words you can and can't say, man. All right, which is why they're gonna do away with this internet. But while they're doing that, and yeah, they got caught with this AI shit because anything can be, you know, proven, you know, that, going back and forth. Oh, this could have been AI. How do I know that this is real? But the persecution is going to come nonetheless when E comes for us, man. Because he puts, and this is a spiritual attack, man. The fact that it's a spiritual attack before he has laid this foundation down of his plan, you know, just shows you how he's going to come on all platforms. You know, he does it with the media, all right. He does it when he infiltrates neighborhoods. But Slocky, let me go ahead and let this play. And Lord's gonna do some commentary on it real quick.
Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
A partnership between Israel's Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Friends of Zion Museum led to the unprecedented visit.
It's the first time in history the State of Israel has officially partnered with 1,000 strategic pastors to commission them as ambassadors to combat anti-Semitism and reach the youth of their generation.
Dr. Mike Evans says Israel's fight is not just on the battlefield.
Right now there's an ideological war that Israel's losing. So they need the evangelicals, they need the Zionists to fight an ideological war.
One of the goals of this gathering is to strengthen Christian support during a time of growing global anti-Semitism. They say the pulpit must speak louder than the propaganda.
So it's just, I think, an extraordinary time for pastors to go to their pulpits and to speak with clarity and with boldness and to push back on the anti-Semitism, the bigotry that is being pushed toward Jewish people and toward the people of Israel.
Unfortunately, the pulpit has become quiet about those things. We've allowed cultural voices to speak louder to the congregation than the pastors have on these topics.
Cultural voices like the truth, all right? The truth, for one, starting with the prophets, man. And it's always a coon. They always use some coon, man, some shaved or bald-faced coon. But that's aside from the point. You know, our people work against their own salvation, man. And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about the truth, as well as even the tiny tops themselves have come against each other, man. They got books outing each other on how they're not those people. But nonetheless.
So it's been motivating to make sure that we go back and bring the message of who Israel is to the Lord, and our role as Christians to continue to support and pray for Israel.
There is a growing cancer within the evangelical movement in America where people are thinking Israel doesn't matter and there's nothing biblical about our relationship to Israel. This is very dangerous.
Ambassador Huckabee, a former pastor, sees a rising danger in the church.
Because this idea that God will break his covenant, or he has broken his covenant with the Jewish people, it borders on blasphemy. Because if God will break his covenant with the Jewish people, what on earth makes me think as a Christian that he will keep his covenant with me?
Wednesday, the pastors went to the Nova Music Festival site, where Hamas terrorists slaughtered 378 and kidnapped 44.
That was emotional. That was devastating. I have 4 teenage children in Austin. We go to music festivals. That's what you do in Austin. And to think about the kind of terror that those young people experienced, it's just unfathomable.
Jiwa believes pastors need to see Israel for themselves.
The narrative that the mainstream media, especially in the US, has been fed, or the messages that are out there, I think that pastors and church leaders all need to come and understand and see the truth about the matter, the true story, and what actually happened here.
This gathering is a prelude to a massive campaign planned for next year.
We're launching in 2026 a global program to reach 1 million pastors and 1 million churches globally to teach them a biblical world.
Jeremy Howard, double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS. Shalom to the hopefully elect. This video is going to be entitled 1,000 Pastors Go to Israel, right? I don't know exactly how I'm going to title it. I want to say 1,000 pastors going to the Holy Land, right? Does not fulfill Jeremiah 23 and 5 through 8. And I'll find the title. Lord willing, the Spirit to give me the a proper title for that. I got to be careful what I say when dealing with this. That's also another clue. Okay. All praise to Yahweh Shimi Hawashai. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS. Now, you saw the video in the beginning, and I got wind of this weeks ago. And this is the video that you saw right here. What happens when 1,000 pastors explore and uncover Israel's secrets? And this came from the CBN network. You can see it was out 3 weeks ago. All right. And there's a lot on this. If you look, you can find all kind of articles, news, different stuff about it. Like I said, I'm going to be careful what I say about this because they're, passing all kind of laws and they're using the certain buzzwords and whatnot. You brothers and sisters that's in the faith, you should know what's going on with this. All right. They're labeling it. They got the pastors over there training and being training how to be ambassadors to Israel, and they want the youth to understand this and that. See, this is just more, they're fortifying their position, and I can't, it's certain words that I want to say that I'm not even going to use. ZION-ism is one, ESAU is another. I mean, it's so many. The Amalekites, the Edomites, Esau, certain words, and they're going to be watching close to see what we say about it. Now, this is not biblical prophecy. I can tell you this much, that the scriptures say, the prophecies state, and I got one in mind specifically, Jeremiah 23 and 5, starting at.
It's like I'm just pausing right there and get to the scripts, because the brother, as he was speaking, it was something that he had said that, basically sparked my mind and said, hey, we're not going to be able to speak against this devil. And that's how he's trying to go about things, man. All right. Real quick, I'm going to get Revelations 12 and 10. It's like 12 and 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so this man's trying to get ahead with this whole end of, and a part of that is persecution, man. All right, part of what we're about to go through, because the Lord's been giving us little glimpses of what it's like, to suffer. But we took a cup. How about Shemi Shai? Therefore, we got to get with it, man. All right. Yeah, this is Luke 10 and 17. And the 70 returned. So these were the 70 disciples before they became 12 and before they became the apostles. Save Judas. With joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. So hey, likewise, if you've endured and you've eaten at this table, if you've drunken of this cup, man, hey, you gotta bear the rest of what comes with it. What's that? Okay, I think I know what it is. This is Matthew chapter 20 and verse 22. And it reads, but Yahushua answered and said, you know not what ye ask. Are ye able to drink of the cup that I shall drink of, and to be baptized with the baptism that I have been baptized with? I said, you're able. What does that mean? Being cleansed, being purged, right? Apart, he that suffereth in the flesh ceases from sin and entangleth not himself with the affairs of this world, all right? So we got to endure like Yahushua endured, faithful unto the end, with good works as well, occupying, but as well as not giving up nor believing, which is the power of this thing. Faith, love, true love, fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. He said unto them, ye shall drink indeed of my cup, be baptized with the baptism that I am baptized with, but to sit on my right hand and on my left, it's not mine to give, but it shall be given to them for whom it is prepared of my Father, meaning the Lord had already had it set up. All right? So we got to endure this, man. We have to endure. This is Psalms chapter 86 and verse 13. For great is thy mercy toward me. Right? Because the situations we're about to be caught up in, all right, the shit we're about to see, hey, man, we're going to be, hey, his mercy endure forever, man. All right, these words that we read are going to be rehearsed in our head. Likewise, when we the practicing rounds of going through it, on this side right now. All right, but like Paul said, ye have not suffered unto blood. But yeah, we're gonna come into those situations where the Most High is gonna deliver us, and this is gonna be fulfilled. Likewise, with Yahweh Shai, originally starting with Yahweh Shai, who is the beginning and the king of the elect. All right, the king of the elect of Israel. All right, the elect nation. Um, but it says, "For great is thy mercy toward me, and thou hast delivered my soul from the lowest hell," which is on this earth, and the anguish in Babylon, man. This is Psalms chapter 26 and verse. I'm gonna end it off with this. Is it 26? Uh, I didn't even. This is Isaiah 26 and 3. It says, "That will keep him in perfect peace," starting with Yahweh Shai, you know, and the apostles that follow after, like brother, who's it? Philip, not Stephen, Salaki, the brother Stephen. All right, and all the apostles that suffered, those men that suffered with their mother, you know, those 7 brothers. All right, it says, "Thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee. Trust ye in the Lord Yahweh forever, for in the Lord Yahweh, our Yahweh, is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high," which is the Lord. That's what the Lord is doing, man. He is at the end of his kingdom. And he's still trying to hold on. So it doesn't matter what he does. The lofty city he laid to the low, he laid to the low, even to the ground. He bringeth it even to the dust. Like Iran declared war on that. Hey, and that's spiritual, man. They said, U.S., the tiny tops, and Europe. All right. Well, with that, man, that's all I had to chime in on. Hopefully, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to you. How about you, Shabbat Shalom, and the Bible ball.